Yep, that's me. You're probably wondering how I ended up in this situation.
Alright, heading off to my third grade 5 tournament. Hoping for a good result. Been preparing, so hopefully we can get the W. Welcome to episode 4 of my channel. We're going straight into the gameplay on this one. We won the serve, so my partner Nahid started. That's his social paddle by, be sure to follow him. Some people call it luck of the draw, but for us I have no idea. We always seem to get some really good players in our first game, which makes it tough to get into it straight away. But we were still able to get off to a decent start at least. Nahid with a lovely backhand volley to split the middle. Deep serve with slice from me. Tried to go for a flat smash but couldn't get the power down. And got lucky with the opponent missing his smash into the fence. Played a decent bahada, but the opponent was ready and they kept the pressure on me, and I tried to play a lob but it was too long and went to the glass. End of set 1 and you can see me limping off here. Talk about bad timing, man. Of all the times I could have pulled a muscle happened during the tournament. My right calf got pulled quite badly, it was quite painful. Anyway, tried to stretch out a little bit with the help of my partner and carried on really. Couldn't do much about it at this point. So we went into the second set here. And the game was starting to heat up with some better rallies coming along. I'm not quite sure how I pulled off that shot, but it went straight down the line and we ended up winning the point. Good volley battle here with Nahid hitting one down the side to win the point. I felt like my actual gameplay was okay, but because of my leg, my movement was being hindered, especially from side to side. So I think I was doing alright considering, but it's always those silly unforced errors that just take the game away from you. Anyway, onto my serve. We were trying to keep the pressure up. We had a good volley battle here with Nahid playing onto the feet of the opponent to win the point. Not something that I usually do, but I wanted to point out something which I realised after when watching the footage back. During this entire game, we felt like when Emmanuel was serving, his serves were coming super fast and we couldn't really figure out why they were coming so quick to us. But when I watched this back, I realised that he was contacting the ball pretty high, meaning most of his first serves would be considered illegal. But anyway, we move on, doesn't really matter now. Played a volley to the fence which brought the opponent forward, and then Nahid played one down the middle and we forced the error. And this was one of the final exchanges in this first game. Few decent volleys, and then I played a volley which didn't really come off that well. End of game 1, in which we lost both sets. Wasn't bad considering I was injured. A couple of the games went to golden points, which again we lost, but it is what it is. Which means we entered the consolation draw, so that was our next games coming up. And on to game 2 against Adam and Rory. These two are really nice guys. They were playing their first LTA tournament. And they gave us a really good game, but you could tell that it was their first time because of the number of unforced errors from them. During the gap between the two games, I kept myself moving, which helped my legs stay somewhat okay. And I was able to play a lot better in this game than the first. And you'll see that we were playing a lot more consistently, trying to play out each rally with good volleys and just waiting for the opponents to make a mistake. And Nahid with a really good backhand here to the corner to win us a point. I think the main difference between this game and the first was that we were able to hold the net for much longer periods of time, meaning we were controlling the flow and the tempo of the game. And taking advantage of easy balls that were coming our way, like this. But like I said, this wasn't a walk in the park, and as we were going into the game, the opponents were getting better and better as well. Nahid played a lovely return of serve here. Another great one to the middle from him to close out set 1. A finally we got a nice win. This one ended 4-0 to us, which set us up nicely going into the second set of the game. Second set, and you can see I was trying to keep my legs warm by bouncing. I do that to be ready for volleys as well, but I was doing a bit more because my leg was starting to cramp. And both Adam and Rory stepped up their game in this set. Played a good shot down the middle here to finish the point, which I was unable to reach. The length of the rallies was starting to increase as the quality of the games were also increasing. A couple of weak balls from us made it easy for the opponent to attack, and Nahid got unlucky. He got to the ball but just couldn't get it over the net. And again, these returns from me weren't too great. I was lucky we weren't punished more. Good lob from Nahid, so we took the net and ultimately win the point here. Another poor return from me, but Nahid did well to recover from the opponent's smash and wins the point by hitting it down his side. And on my serve I was able to hit a much better shot. It was a powerful Bandeka to win the point. My partner hits a lovely backhand Bahada here, and you'll hear at the end how much it meant to him. That's the kind of passion we like. Great shot by the opponent on this play to win the point. Played a nice Bandeka here to maintain the net, and then a few volleys trying to apply the pressure, and then poaching goes wrong. Next play on this, I was able to take advantage of a short lob and finally hit a decent smash, and then the opponent pulls out a drop shot out of nowhere here. Great shot. On the whole, this was a great match. It had a mixture of all things, and although the opponents got off to a slow start in the first set, they definitely heated up for the second set. And this is just one long rally that happened towards the end of the second set, which showcases how much they improved as well throughout the game. And yeah, this rally just seems to keep going and going. You're trying to think of when it's going to end, but I guess everyone was pretty composed and was playing really well and trying to keep it safe really as well. And it was only right at the end that the opponent on the left side gets a little bit unlucky with a second overhead. And yeah, after all that, we got the W. This second set ended 4-3, which meant overall we won the game, and we advanced to the quarterfinals of the consolation draw, which was against Naji and Max. From the warm-up straight away, Nahid was telling me that Max, the boy on the left here, who I think was about 16 years old, had really good hands, and you'll see that throughout this game. And here's Max with those hands. 2 shots down the middle, second one scores a point. I'd say this match on the whole was probably the most competitive out of the 3 that we played. We decided pretty early on that we were going to focus most of our attack on Naji rather than on Max. And you'll see the reason for that in the next few plays, where we were able to draw quite a lot of errors from him. Deep lob off the serve to push the opponents back, and overhead to maintain the net, and then Nahid puts it away into the corner. Two more examples here of how we were able to force some errors from the opponent. And in this last play of the set, you'll see the quality of Max. We're finally hitting the ball to him, so he's been able to show off what he can actually do. And that ended the first set, and I'm not really sure how, but we lost the set 4-0. I think a lot of the games were going to golden points and deuces and things like that, which meant they were a lot tighter, but the scoreline is the scoreline. This second set was a lot closer though, and we definitely turned up in this set because we realised that we had to get back in the game. So you can see a lot longer rallies, and and some good shots from everybody, really. And this is one of those rallies, could have gone either way, was anyone's game. We get slightly unlucky at the end, but that was it. Apart from that, great shots from everybody. I was getting pushed back into my corner here, so I was trying to play a few Bendekas to maintain the net, but they were playing some good overheads. I'm not quite sure how I got this one back, but got it back somehow. A couple of hard hits from us to win some points. Max hits a great vibro down the middle to end the point on this one. A bit tentative in some of these plays, but when you try not to make mistakes, you have to kind of be a bit more patient. Which pays off as Nahi takes advantage of the easy ball. Quite a similar play, but with me ending the point in this one. Got lobbed, played a Bandeka to get back to the net, and then easy ball and hit it straight at the opponent. And I think here's the longest rally that we played with these guys. The first like 30 seconds is them pressuring Nahid in the corner, and he does a really good job defending, to be fair. After like 5 lobs, he's able to change the game, and they finally play a different shot to us. Because not even one shot has come to me in the past 30 seconds, you can see that I'm playing off guard slightly. But I'm able to play a decent lob, which Max hits a nice overhead back, and then I play an overhead and come forward. And by this point in the rally, I think everyone was getting desperate to just score a point. And in the end, it's me that makes a mistake. I just wasn't ready for the ball coming at me at the pace and angle that it comes to me, and my backhand wasn't there. And I think I've saved the best till last. Watch this dive. What a save by Nahid. And then I get caught out because I was trying to cover my partner, and the boast goes all the way out of the court. This set went all the way to a tiebreak, 4-3 to our opponents. But I was happy with the tournament, I was happy with the way we played, and despite me having a pulled calf, I was happy that I was able to push through and continue playing throughout. Which just goes to show, although you can't plan everything, sometimes things happen and it's out of your control, but you still got to try your best and see how far you can go. Anyway, if you made it to the end, thanks for watching episode 4 on the road to GB Top 100. And as always, I'd appreciate a like, comment, share, and obviously hit the subscribe button. And I'll see you in the next one.